Hi, I'm Beatrice Go. I am Rappler's multimedia sports reporter, and today we are hosting a special pre-game live show in partnership with La Liga because tonight the Madrid Derby is happening. So, we're expecting it to be really intense right now in Madrid because Atletico and Real Madrid are the top two teams this season. So, right now we're going to have two guests with us, and our first guest is Danielle Matsunaga.
All right. Hello
Hey
again.
B. Yes. Wow, I miss you, huh?
Yes. Just
Such a long
when was the
time.
last time we talked?
Yes. How's everything?
Yeah, like I
Where
had
is
a
our friend
very blessed
Amanda?
I had a very blessed Sunday today. I hope you had it too.
Yes. You know already where I went, right? I came to
Yes.
church.
Yes. Because
Yes.
we go to the same church.
Same church, right? You
Yes.
attend
Favorite
Favor?
favorite church.
Wow.
Yes. High
Wow,
five.
nice.
High
Yes,
five.
right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Galing.
so there so today we're going to be talking about the Madrid Derby, but then of course it's going to be chill lang, dude. As in, like, we're just gonna talk about your football career, how you started, like how you followed the Liga. Then later we're gonna talk to Amanda, so you can talk about Amanda, and then I ask her the questions
Yes.
later.
Yes, of course. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, because on Instagram Live only
So
allows
so
two
so
people.
only two people?
Yeah, so that's what I got. Like, unless like everyone gets like an update or anything, pero
Okay.
yeah, like we don't know. It
Oh,
depends
okay.
on the
Let's
phones
do it. Let's
also.
do it. And then after me, you go and do it with Amanda, I think.
Yes, yes, that's
Right?
great. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so Daniel, for those who missed it actually, like they want to know more about how you started football. Like I just asked.
Where there was only a futsal court and a swimming pool there, in a kids playground. So I had not so much options, and futsal was really like a passion for me, and a great way for me to also exercise because I was a bit fat also when I was young. Okay, so people don't know that, but
Oh,
yeah,
yes, that's I was
yes.
like,
So
what? So is this
that's
the
good
start
news,
of the
right? Good
fitness
news.
journey?
Yeah. So even so that was actually one way for me to overcome my how do you call that? I was not so confident, right? So I started doing sports, and football was really the main sport for me in my entire life. So I used to play 4 to 5 hours a day until I would have cramps going home, and my mom would fight me and say, "Stop playing and come here and go study and all." So yeah, so I left Brazil when I was 16 years old. I travel around the world, and every country that I've ever been, I've been in many countries. I've been like probably around 40 countries already. And every country, I always found a way to play. So I always find like people to play. I always had to coordinate everything, find a place, call my friends every night and say, "Hey, bro, let's play this," because of the love of football. So my entire life, I played football, actually. Cutting short.
Yeah, so is football the secret to getting abs? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Because
Well,
I'm like, wow.
if you see most of the football players, they do have abs because, yes, it is a way because it's a great cardio. You have 90 plus minutes of running, and cardio is a great way to lose body fat, and by losing body fat, you will achieve your cuts. So abs is part of it. So yes,
Even Amanda says yes.
yes,
Ayun.
yun. Di ba?
Yeah,
Tama naman.
yeah. So have you been watching La Liga all your life then, if you were really so into football?
Yes, of course. All my life, I've always been a big fan of football. I always watched. I love the World Cup too, of course. Brazilian. diba? So that's the main sport of Brazil, and yeah, I've always looked up for sila Ronaldo, Zidane, Maradona, Pele, all of those great players.
Yeah. So what is it like in Brazil? Was it like football's always broadcasted? Where do you usually watch football? Like with your
Yeah, no,
family, with your friends in the bar, or
yeah, football in Brazil is everywhere. Every corner, actually, you find a court, you find a field, and when there's a game, it's very competitive. In Brazil, it's very competitive. People really kill each other for football, literally. And if you go to the stadiums there, it's a really different experience. It's an amazing experience and very competitive. You know, it's actually a it's crazy. It's really crazy because just like here in the Philippines, basketball is the main sport. In Brazil, is really football, but it's like basketball here times 100 probably. Just the way people love football there.
yeah. So I think a lot of people, like based on the comments, were interested, like in Brazil. So actually, that's a main attraction in Brazil. Then when everyone's allowed to fly out and go there.
Yes, you know what? Like the last World Cup, I was inside Big Brother, Big Brother's house. That was 2014. I had my tickets. I had all my plans to go there and watch the games. I had tickets to watch the games, and I couldn't go. It was oh my god! It was like for me it was like a nightmare because I the only thing just this is how I love football because this is like the only thing I would ask Kuya Big Brother inside Big Brother was like, Kuya, can I please watch at least one game? And he allowed us to watch a game, but then they did the task for us that that game uh, would get disconnected and then for everybody needed to do squats so then the connection would get back on and the entire game just for me to watch one game we had to do so many squats all the housemates and I was like guys please do squats please do squats so I can watch the game. It was crazy.
Well, they'll have strong thighs and glutes because of you. It's encouragement for
Diba?
them. Tough love.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a good influence.
Yes. So which team are you cheering for naman, like in this Madrid derby?
Well, I've always been a Real Madrid fan, especially when those times when Ronaldo, Zidane, Roberto Carlos, they were all in one team. Um, Siyempre, I will still be Real Madrid, but I haven't been having much time to watch all the games because of my schedule. But tonight, for sure, definitely, I'm gonna be watching as well with you guys and I have a feeling. I have a feeling. I'm still with Real.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah.
actually that's very uh that's that is a very hope according to like the commenters here, a lot of them are for Atletico. So why do you think it's Real Madrid though?
Yeah.
Why do you think Real Madrid has a chance this time?
Well, Atletico is doing much better. They're much better. They're on top of the league. But well, Real he has the most titles. So I don't know. I don't know. I think football is it's such a competitive game that even the tournaments that I've always joined in the UFL season, in the PFL season, um, it's very difficult to really say what team will win because there's always a surprise, you know, and that's the thing that makes football an exciting game because of that. So for me, I treat football as for fun, or hanging out with friends and watching, and also for the love of football. Right. So tonight, probably for me, I think maybe Real.
Yes. Oh,
No,
you're
just
so
enjoy.
hopeful.
If
I could
even
feel your
even
hopefulness
if
from here.
Atletico wins, okay, I'll cheer also for Atletico. No problem.
Yes. So you said that football is going to be a surprise. So for you, who's going to be the surprise player of the game?
Well, I think I heard Marcelo is going to be playing right again. So
Yes.
for me, he's such a great winger. I hope he helps the team. And I'm such a big fan of Marcelo. That's why even a jersey, I would ask for the number 12 because of him. So I hope he can do help the team there.
Yeah. So you got your jersey prepared tonight, no?
Yep, I'll be
Yeah.
watching. It's 11 p.m. or 11:15.
It's 11:15 tonight in BN
11:15, ba?
Sports.
Yes, I'll be watching.
Yeah. So yeah, but then like how do you think well for Atletico, so I'm sure like you follow both Real Madrid and Atletico, right? Like
Yeah.
how they have the advantage. Like it well, even if you'll be cheering for Real Madrid.
No, actually, I also love Barcelona. Okay, and since Suarez moved to Atletico, I think it was such a big help for the team, especially for the strikers, right? Because he's such a great player, and every ball that is in his foot, like it's a danger to the opponent team, right? So I'm a big fan of Suarez, and I I don't know. I don't know what can happen. Right? Anything can happen. It's football. So Atletico now, being the top team, they have such a big help because of him as well. I think
Yeah,
he's a leader too.
yeah, and he's representing South America also.
Yes, exactly. Uruguay. So it's all there.
Yes. So I have a fun question though. So if you were to
Yes.
be on the field with any player from these two teams, like or even like build your own starting 11 with you in it, like who will they be?
Well, so Real Madrid, I would love to play with Sila Marcelo and Casemiro. They are both Brazilians. Casemiro is such a great midfielder and defender, diba? Mid, mid, mid midfielder, the defensive. So um, he's such a he's a wall for me, you know. So such a big help as well for the team, especially defensive. And I would love to play with them. I actually did play once in Brazil, representing the Philippines when I won here the Red Bull League. There was the five Red Bulls five, and I brought my team to Brazil for the World Cup for the Red Bulls five. And representing the
Mhm.
Philippines, when I got there, I saw just Neymar playing in front of me in the same league, and it was great. Yeah, we 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 beat we beat Northern Ireland. We draw against Argentina, Philippines against Argentina. I scored 2 goals for the Filipino team. And,
Woo!
unfortunately, we didn't qualify because we didn't have reserve in our team. We didn't have extra players. We were only five, and we were pretty tired. It was just a 2 days full day of tournament, and we lost for Angola, Chile, and Kosovo. So it was kind of frustrating, but such a great feeling to be able to play with professional players like them, and definitely Casemiro and Marcelo would be a great teammates.
That was crazy. When was this again?
Um, that was 2018, I think 2018. Yeah. Oh, a few years back, but
Yeah,
it was great.
that was like the World Cup
Yeah,
year.
yeah. I played with a few professional players already before, even here in the Philippines when there was the clear match. Um, what's his name? Forgot. Forgot. I even forgot the name of the players now. But
You
even
were
with
with Sam YG then, I
Beckham
remember.
too. We were
Oh
the
yes,
same.
David. Oh, you were part of
Yeah,
that too?
yes, I was part of that too. So some of the professional players I've already shared the field with them, and it's just great. You know, they're such a big example, such a uh, mga lodi sila.
Lodi. Yes.
Yes,
So Daniel, like I could really see that you love Philippine football, and I think we haven't mentioned that you're also training with a club right now, a Philippine club.
yes, yes. I'm part of the Maharlika team. Um, Sana the next tournament I'll be able to join again. But let's see. Depends on my schedule. You know, I always keep trying to make myself busy with workouts, different sports, just to maintain myself fit. While there's no, we're still not allowed to really train in the field with the entire team. But we're doing Zoom trainings, and also all good.
Yes. And well, to wrap everything up so that it will be Amanda's turn soon.
Yes.
Yeah, like how do you want to influence the Filipinos with your love for football?
Well, actually, at this point, just because of COVID, I wasn't able to push through. But last year, when my brother was here, we even started my own football academy here. It's called the Matsunaga Football Academy because we believe that football starts with the kids. You know, it has to be something. It's just like school. You know, studying from basics. You really have to grow from basics and then lead to something in the future. So we started a football academy, and because of COVID, we couldn't push through. But definitely, you know, I'm 100% on support to football here in the Philippines. Sana people really brands and TV networks and people would show up some more support to the football, to the sport, because it's I believe Filipinos, especially Filipinos, you guys have such great skills, and football, it requires speed and skills, and you guys have it all. You know, it just needs really basic training and time, effort, you know, and more support from monetary support and all of that. So it's very important for a sport to grow. Without that, without government support as well, I don't think it will grow anywhere bigger than it is right now. You know, so sana people support more, and I will be always there too.
That just means like you have to clear up your schedule, and when the PFL starts, you better play.
Yes, I will be there.
Ganun eh.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Daniel. And
Thank you.
actually, like to your followers, we actually have a giveaway for this La
Oh, nice.
Liga. Yeah,
Okay.
for this Madrid Derby, we have a giveaway with well on it's going to be posted. It's already posted. Like you can win a Real Madrid jersey, an
Okay.
Atletico jersey, or the
Nice.
official football. Wait, I have the football. I'll show you. Like it's this one,
Wow. Can I see it?
the yellow one. Yeah, so that you can also see it for yourself. Hold on, it's still, ay, hindi siya na ano, like the DHL package. Oh, it got shipped fast. Thank you, Almu, for shipping it from
Nice.
from the official store. So it looks like this. there.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah,
That's
exciting. So to your followers and the ones who
okay.
are viewing the IG live right now, we do have a giveaway that starts
Nice.
tomorrow, and all you have to do is watch the Madrid Derby tonight at 11:15 p.m. on BN Sports, and you have to just comment in the next few weeks like who's your player of the game. Baka you want to
Awesome.
join. Baka you want to
Yeah,
join also, Daniel.
I will join. Can I join so I get an extra ball? Yes.
Yes,
I'll
you're
tell all
gonna
my
compete
friends.
with Amanda too.
Yes, Amanda, please stay there.
Yeah. So
All right.
thank you so much for joining me tonight, Daniel. So let us move
Thank you,
on
V.
to Amanda. I am approving Amanda's request. Finally, Amanda. Hello.
Hi, good evening. I'm
How's
so happy to finally be on your
I
show.
know. Like, so
Ang
sorry.
hirap.
Like it seemed like a stressful, but you like quite a stressful start. But then like what
Oo
matters
nga.
is you're here, Amanda.
Oh my gosh, my hair, the oil started coming out of my face. I was like, help me join the IG live. I was really panicking. I was like, paano to? Everyone
Parang
here
hindi.
knows
Are we
I'm
like a
calm
bit?
now.
Yeah, I'm just like, are we a bit too millennial and like this is borderline Gen
Oo
Z?
nga. Sabi ko nga, that's how I felt, truth be told. Sabi ko, my fiance was like, who's watching, hi Ton, did you update your IG? I was like, yes, it's updated. I think. No, but
Well,
I never knew there was a limitation of just two individuals for the request. So, my
yeah,
fault.
because I think it also depends on the yung phone also, or
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know, like the iOS and then
Oh
and all
no.
that. Kaya sabi ni Danielle na I'll be buying Amanda a new phone. Sabi ko, buti pa si Amanda.
Sabi niya yon.
Oo. Oh, you missed that?
I missed that because I was trying to log. Sabi niya, mag-log out lang siya, tapos mag-log back in. O yan, I kept going back in. It's like, Amanda Fernandez joined, Amanda Fernandez joined. But I'm happy to finally be here. It's too bad that Daniel and I weren't together because we were chatting, about the Derby before this a little bit, just like him. Um, I think we play more than we watch. So he's like, paano to? Gagawin natin. And so, we really did take the time to talk about the stats, who's coming back from injury and sayang. Pero it looks like you had a good convo naman. Iba na yung pinag-usapan nyo, abs na at saka football. So, dun din tayo. Fitness na lang tayo.
Yeah. Well, ikaw din ni Amanda. Like, do you really get abs from football?
With the way Daniel trains, no, he's definitely on a different caliber. And his pace, he's very intense. I'm sure you've seen him. He plays like a futsal player. I mean, it's very noticeable, even the tricks that he does. And with that kind of style of play and the kind of training, you're bound to really grow muscle, right? Abs isn't the entire thing. I always tell people that, but the overall fitness. So I'm definitely a big fan of how football gets you there, but there are also imbalances that happen when you just play football, right? So I'm speaking on the side of fitness and calisthenics, and there are also different movements that you have to do in order to avoid injury. And as you can tell, Real Madrid full of injuries this season. That's why their lineup, right, isn't looking as stacked. And I'm sure those guys, with the caliber that they're playing in, they have the best of the best training programs already. Pero, it is football. It's a contact sport. It can be very physical. So it's always best to stay fit.
Yeah, and I also feel like since we like La Liga also had that like suspension because of the pandemic. Like I think yung
Yeah.
fitness ng athletes affected din for sure. So parang they just finished the last season and then bigla na lang bagong season ulit.
Exactly, and I think it's same goes for the NBA, right? So when you get time to rest, you're just finishing off of one season. You kind of need that time to plateau, chill out, but it's almost like you got to jump into the next one. So there's no time to really debrief. You know, I'm the type of player, and I'm sure Daniel is the same. We like to think about what happened in the last season, especially if there were some losses that could have been avoided. You want to think about how you can improve for the next season, and that doesn't come overnight. So I'm definitely one of those people na pinag-iisipan ko yan even after a loss. And people know this about me in the Phil Sevens League. I will think about the game. Think honestly, I might also needed time to take a bit of a break from the working out just because they're during the pandemic, and I was swimming, biking, running, doing beep tests here in the garden every other day, and it makes a lot of sense for me to do that because
So it's
national
me.
team
I'm
player
a
here in the
beginner.
Philippines. No, come over anytime. It's
Girl, she has eyes. As in, like, painful.
yes, and that's it's for me it's such a sexy thing to have powerful thighs. You know, I'm not really into like the thin. I'm really more into the meat, the muscle, the power that can be generated. Because for me, when I see it on the field, I'm like, ah, pinaghirapan yan. You know, it's not. It's that's commitment right there.
Oh, wow. I never saw it that way, yung ano, parang pinaghirapan mo yung legs mo.
Oh,
Like,
for
even as an
sure.
athlete before, like, I never really thought of it that way na, I'm strong. Like, I have these legs, 'cause I'm strong. I train for it. Wow. A
Yes,
refreshing
and you have to be proud
mentality.
of that. You have to be proud of that because you know I it's one of those things that you know you work hard for, you commit to it, and it helps you play the sport you love. So if you're committed to performing well in your sport, how you eat, you know, it's just like buying a car. How will you treat your car? Are you going to keep it like nice as a well-oiled machine, or are you just going to kind of leave it there and accumulate dust and not take care of it? Of course, you know, after a certain amount of miles or kilometers, you're going to need maintenance. So that's how I think of my body, and I just don't want it to wear down one day. You know, 85.
Yeah. But then, Amanda, how did you start naman with football? Like, I should ask you for your story too.
Definitely. My brother and my sister started much earlier. My brother at 4, my sister at like 8. And I had no one to play with for a while. And I figured if I played football and I learned how to play the sport, they would include me in their you know sessions outside. And so I did. I joined Makati Football School late at 13, but I was committed to learning. But before playing, I was already watching. I was watching my sister and my brother a lot, so that's why the football IQ came almost.
Oh, oh, the internet's quite. I think I'm still getting. Ayan. Hold
Yes.
on, sorry. Like
Can you hear me,
uh,
B?
yes, 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 I can. I think like sometimes uh, yeah,
Fluctuate.
there.
Yeah.
You're clear again. Ayun.
Great. So I started at 13. I wanted to have kalaro, so I played with my brother and my sister after I learned how to play. And then I took it very seriously, even joining the NCRFA team just a few years after learning. I went to Gothia, I think a year and a half only after starting, and that was for me such an eye opener because I got to play against all of these Europeans who, you know, I'm sure may have been playing, you know, much earlier than me, and they were so good, they were so tall, they were so fit. And you know, needless to say, after you come back from that experience, you become stronger mentally, emotionally, and then you kind of know what you need to do in order to get my passion. More than watching football, I really wanted to get better, so I dedicated a lot of my time to trying to be the best player that I could. So really a lot of practice after school. I got the soccer ball, went outside, played with my brother, just worked on my kicks, worked on the touches. And I did this day in, day out for years. And now that I'm much older, I own my own field, my own indoor soccer field, and I've made it my passion to get other people hooked on the sport as well, so that they develop a lot of the values that I feel helped me also along the way when I had challenges growing up.
I know, like I do see your advocacy a lot for football, especially women's football. Like I remember you were telling me you were also competing in the women's league, remember, for
Yes, yes.
Hiraya?
I was with Hiraya for a long time, and then I moved to Azuri. But before Hiraya, I actually owned and managed my own semi-pro soccer team, football team. Sorry, that's the influence from the States. For about 5 years. So I ran that semi-pro team for a long time, and I felt like it wasn't ripe yet. So I learned a lot from that experience. I think I wanted a team, but there was no league. Now there are leagues, and a lot of the girls that were part of CCAT don't have the time to train as often as we did before. So it was like a timing thing. But at the end of the day, I'm very happy to see the overall progress of the sport in the country, which is what matters. My team does not matter compared to how the sport grows and evolves in the entire Philippines. And you can see our women's national team have done so super well. I'm super proud of them. Getting us almost into the qualified for the Olympics. It's like such a big deal. How do you compete with that, right? I'm just proud. I'm proud of the development of the sport.
I know, like I stayed up 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Like the
Yes.
Rappler people who are like monitoring this chat, oh, they know. Like we were like, oh my God, like mananalo ba sila? 3 a.m. na, 4 a.m.
Edge of your seat, right? Edge of your seat. Because
Yeah. The South Korea
they're so
game,
good.
so good.
Yeah.
South Korea, like I'll never forget South Korea game.
Right. Right. And I can't say anything. I'm just full of national pride for our teams that have done so well despite all the contingencies. And I know Daniel got into it a little bit with government support and everything. Pero kinaya, 'di ba? And I'm just really proud.
Yeah. So, and you said that you've been watching football also and following it with your siblings. So, have you been following La Liga also for a very long time?
Actually, my siblings and I played more than we watched. I
Oh
feel like
yeah. Oh
because
yeah.
there was
Sorry, you
one
did say that.
one TV, the grown-ups got to watch what they wanted more. But then the first time I came across La Liga was when I went to Gothia back in 2001, and I bought my first ever jersey. It was of FC Barcelona because we were in Barcelona for Gothia, and it had the La Liga patch on it, and I was so proud because I mean it wasn't cheap at that time, especially because I saved up for that, and ever since then it became embedded in my mind that this is the top league, and it's an honor to have a jersey with a patch on it. And ever since then, of course, we've had our favorites, both in Barcelona. I'm kind of weird that way. People either just want to be a Real Madrid supporter or Barcelona. I kind of admired players from both teams. So Roberto Carlos was a big deal for me. Luis Figo was a big deal for me. And then from Barcelona, it even goes as back as Rivaldo. Do you even know who Rivaldo is? He's
Sorry,
old
like I'm
school.
not there anymore. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm honest. I'm very honest. Like, sorry, Amanda.
No, and that's why a lot of my jerseys, my email address has the number 10. Zidane. Also, I mean, moving forward, it was Zidane. I loved Ronaldinho. So I was more of a supporter of the players and not so much of just the team. I really admired different players. And now, I mean, who can deny Messi, Luka Modric? Since I'm a midfielder, of course, I appreciate that. And it's kind of interesting how this will all translate into the derby happening tonight, only because Atletico is doing so well. Real Madrid is Real Madrid, and Zidane's my boy. He's my guy, and I've always wanted to play like Zidane. But you have the likes of Luis Suarez, who's now part of the lineup of Atletico, and you're like, oh my gosh, how is this going to play out? And just like what Daniel said, when he has the ball, it's danger. It's like red lights flashing all over, especially if you're the keeper. And I know that both Thibaut and Jan have been recognized for being such amazing goalkeepers, but you have Luis Suarez, who's really one of the top scorers out there. I would be worried. I know Daniel said, I don't know if he mentioned it, but I think he predicted 2-1 to Real Madrid. I'm gonna
Oh,
go
he
the
didn't.
opposite.
He did not give a score, but then
He
is
did
that your
not give a
prediction?
score. Nako naman. Tinago pa niya.
One for Daniel.
Yes, he mentioned 2-1 Real, and I'm gonna have to go.
Grabe, it seems like a World Cup match because you have Courtois, then you have Suarez. Parang, oops,
And
this
his
is really
favorite player, si Marcelo, is
yeah.
also back from injury. Karim Benzema is also back from injury, so it's interesting how this is all going to play out. And I know that Real Madrid almost never loses in this kind of situation. However, Atletico is playing at home. That is a factor also for them. They're going to be much more comfortable, but Real Madrid is full of surprises. They always have been, and I don't think Atletico should get complacent, just because they're playing at home. And I don't think they will be. That's why I think that they're going to sneak in a second goal in there and actually like edge Real Madrid out at the end. I don't know. That's just me. Don't hate me.
No, but then I really love it because like Daniel's just like, oh, Real Madrid, I'm hopeful. But then like
Maraming
you're just like,
ganyan.
oh no, Atletico. Like it's nice. We have two, from different sides of the field, basically.
Definitely, and I have to stick to that. I know Real Madrid is. I mean, I love the team. I've always looked up to the team and the players, of course. And now that my boy is coaching Real Madrid, there's a part of me that wouldn't mind if they won, of course. But Atletico has the momentum coming in. Their offense and defense have been performing really well. I think they're full of confidence at this point. They're leading the standings, and they know that if they do win this game, they feel it. Nafe-feel
Yeah,
nila yun.
the last champion La Liga title was in 2013. So imagine like the entry of Luis Suarez was really like pivotal because like well aside from he's the one being featured by La Liga and everything now, but then like it's true like that's a really big story, and the entry of Luis Suarez who wasn't thriving as much in Barcelona, but now he's like, this is my team, bro, ganon.
Exactly. Sometimes that's what it takes. And it's nothing against the teammates. It's just that sometimes you gel in a different environment. And that has happened to me as well. And when you, as a player, when you find appreciation in a different environment, it's a confidence booster that really, really does change your impact and performance in all succeeding games.
Yeah, yeah. So, yun. Pero I also want to throw the question I threw Daniel with was which is like, if you were to be on the field with any of the players, like actually if you want kahit yung the best when you were a fan of Real Madrid like before, diba? You said that you were a fan of a lot of players, parang of all time. So, who would you pick and who would be on your team? Ganon.
Oh, I would really want Roberto Carlos. I still follow him because I'm so amazed of how powerful he can kick. Truth be told, as a player, I've always wanted to kick harder, do better, because it could be a game changer. But of course, I never got to kick as hard as Roberto Carlos. Let's be real. But he is such a. It seems unreal, like the strength and the power in his kick just seems so unreal. So I definitely want him to be part of my team. And then, of course, after meeting David Beckham, I also want him as part of my team. And I kind of want, I'm a bit of a hodgepodge because I want Luka Modric as part of my team, and he's a current player. I want Ronaldinho as part of my team, of course, even if he was playing in Barca. I don't know. My dream team is just a hodgepodge of different players, and I'm just like that.
Yeah. Oh, I think we were in the same coverage, right, when David Beckham came 2 years ago?
Yes, yes, I was very lucky to get to interview him, and that was in McKinley
Yes,
Stadium.
McKinley Stadium. He held
Yeah,
the clinic there. Oh,
yeah.
I miss it. Like the times, the live coverage.
Kailan kaya
Yeah.
mauulit yan?
I wonder, like, when will the next, who will be the first star that will fly into the Philippines? First
Ikaw naman,
football
B,
star to
if you
fly
could
into
get
the Philippines.
one football player to come to the Philippines, who would it be?
My gosh, okay, I'll be transparent. Like, I'm a Liverpool fan, right? But then, like,
Sure?
right now, my heart is kind of like with Tottenham because of Son Heung-min. Like,
Yun. Okay. All
like
right, I
I'm
got
just
that
like,
out of
oh no,
you.
I'm being disloyal. But then, like, the Asian, he got that Asian heart, and I'm like, because like I covered the Asian games in Jakarta, right? But then the problem is, football was in Palembang, so I only got as close to like being in the same country as him, I guess.
That's a start, B. That's a start. Never lose hope.
That's
I
a
never
start.
thought I was gonna meet David Beckham, and I did. So never lose hope.
Manifest it na lang.
Manifest.
Annyeong. Annyeong. If you see it, I
You
want to
got it.
interview you, Sonny.
I think that he has gained a lot of popularity, in the recent years, and I don't blame people that really like him. I think I started following him on IG just because he's such a likable player. He's highly skilled and he's so friendly. I mean, just I think internationally people are like, oh, I like him.
Yeah. Like I was in a meeting the other day and someone just mentioned how like the Tottenham social media page is actually a Son Heung-min fan club page.
There you go.
You notice? Yeah.
There you go. Need I say more?
I know. It's the marketing and they're getting it. So actually, yeah, so Amanda, yeah, like I would just like to ask, like, how you said that Sparta's open with your adult football classes and all that. So, do you have any other plans of like, continuing like your advocacy of like coaching football and promoting football here in the Philippines?
Definitely, B. I'm so happy that you asked that because I like suffered a weird choking incident like a week and a half
Oh
ago
no, I saw that. Are you
that
okay?
landed me in the hospital, and ever since then I've had this big urge to bring and teach orphans in Sparta, that or I go to their orphanages and teach them first and then bring them over to Sparta so that they can compete against the different kids in the different orphanages. And so I'm very passionate about that. And if once the vaccines and everything, we get herd immunity, and that happens, I would love to start bringing football to the orphans.
Wait, I have a question, sorry. So, what does ano yung relate ng steak and the
Oh my
orphan?
gosh, so I almost died. That was a scary incident. Good question.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
Oh my
so I
God.
was choking on a piece of steak, and I landed in the hospital because it wouldn't come out, and I was really
Were you
uncomfortable.
operated?
Yes, I was. They had
Oh,
to extract it from inside. So I was a lot of the doctors were saying that you're lucky that it didn't block your windpipe, because sometimes when well, obviously when it blocks your windpipe, there's a greater chance of, for death. And the fact that mine was in my esophagus, mine was stuck in the esophagus. It was in a part that still allowed me to breathe, because the difference between the esophagus and the trachea is like a PVC pipe, they say. So if you do the Heimlich maneuver, it can actually, the food and or whatever is stuck and come out. But if it's the esophagus, it's just a muscle. So it's just kind of like doing this, and it doesn't actually like come back up. So I was lucky enough to have it in a part that still allowed me to breathe. Although I was vomiting for like 12 hours, I was alive, and I
Oh
came
my
out of that,
God.
yeah, 12 or 14 hours, because the surgery
Of
was,
vomiting?
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to share, everyone, but that's what happened to me just
Well,
a week and a
nag-gain
half ago.
ka ng viewers actually just because you're sharing this. Like, nakikita ko yung number.
You know what? A lot of people have opened up about their experiences choking, either on a mussel or on oysters or whatever. And they actually send me messages. Hey, I'm eating lamb right now. Like Mara Aquino. Okay, Mara Aquino, I'm going to share this because you did message me. She's like, I'm having lamb right now and I thought of you, so I'm chewing extra. So naging parang it really sparked a discussion, at least with a lot of people, and hundreds of people reached out to me, and I felt, of course, I felt very special, but at the same time, um, maybe it made me think and realize maybe I'm really not the only one this happened to. I'm just the only one that really shared that it landed to,
Yeah.
I landed in the hospital and almost died from this. But a lot of people reached out and said, this also happened to me. It happened to my sister and my this, my that, ganyan. Yeah, very
Oh my
scary.
God,
Very scary.
girl. Okay, like now I understand more. And thank God, like really about everything that happened. It's crazy.
So I feel like I'm living a second life, and I do want to
Okay.
help. Yeah, so that's the kinalaman ng steak in this.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Because
me
ako
wanting
parang
to,
medyo na disconnect ako eh. Like you just said that like I choked, then I wanted to help
I'm so
orphans. Like,
sorry.
huh? Wait lang, wait
Ayon.
lang.
I have a different perspective and a deeper appreciation for everything now. I look at the sky and I'm like, I'm so thankful. I see birds, I'm so thankful. I butterflies, I'm so thankful. I just stepped out of that really negative experience with a lot more love and appreciation, and I wanted to share that with the orphans who I know need to feel less lonely. They need maybe something to look forward to. They want something to help them through the challenges. And as I said, football helped me with a lot of challenges growing up as a kid. And I want them to have the same kind of happiness, that football gave me growing up. And now that I have my own venue, of course, I want to teach adults as well. But one of my sincerest advocacies would definitely be helping the orphans learn also the sport, because it brings so much joy and happiness to be part of a team, work towards something, to learn new skills, and I'm sure your niece will share stories with you when she starts playing when she starts playing in a team. She'll be like,
Yeah,
Tita B.
I'll
Oh,
bring her
yeah.
there. I'll bring her there because she's very madaldal. You'll love her. Like really, and she's just thunder thighs, like boom. Like oh my God, I couldn't
B,
like.
you're so funny. B, you're so funny.
I really try to be a good ate kasi like I go and play with them kahit like wala akong alam sa football like as a sport. Like I mean like as me like a player because I used to swim, right, and do other sports that are
Yes.
not football. So it was like, oh, I'm just gonna dribble this ball as what I see and watch it on TV.
Well, you can come over anytime wearing your favorite player jersey, and we will teach you football in Sparta.
Yeah,
Anytime.
like I hope and yeah, like just in line with your advocacy, like we just hope that the vaccine will come soon, then, so
Oh,
that
yeah.
you could really get started on it.
Yes. I watch your posts every day. I want to hear good news from Rappler about the vaccine. I'm just, I'm praying for this vaccine to really start changing lives. I know it sounds so broad, but it has been a while. I've lost some friends because they haven't been able to play, and sadly, they um, decided to commit suicide, and that just goes to show the impact of the sport in people's lives. It's a lot of people's outlets. Sports in general, right? It doesn't have to be football. It can be basketball. It can be swimming, and the fact that we've gone without these sports for so many months. Some people haven't been able to cope, and I'm really sad to say that it these are some of the effects of not being able to release. So
Yeah. Like release your passion for something as well.
yes, Ton, but you're bubble vaccinated football soon. So we're planning to have that in Sparta, wherein if you can prove that you've been vaccinated, we'll hold a tournament or a league, right? And that makes sense. You can get tested right before, but if you have the vaccine, then it makes it a lot safer for everyone inside. Also, one of the biggest reasons why I can't allow games, a lot of people are like, just have the games. No, it's not safe. I'm not going to put my employees' lives at risk. I'm not going to put my life at risk. I'm not going to put anyone's lives at risk, right? Just because we want to play one game. But if there are vaccines, of course, ibang usapan na yan. All of us will feel safer and we can all look forward to enjoying the sport we love safely.
Oh my God, Amanda, please invite me. I'll also prove that I'm vaccinated.
Yes, you have to go. You need to experience the Sparta football because it is so fun and it's safe. And we just changed the turf, so bagong bago siya. We replaced it right before COVID happened, and well, it's exciting that we're coming back to a brand new field, but it's sad because it hasn't been used since it was installed. So that's where we're at.
Oh man, yeah, like the Philippine football media used to always be there in Sparta. I
Oh
remember.
yes, I would love to have you
Yeah.
guys pag game time, diba? We have the pizza, we have the coffee, we have soft drinks because we don't drink inside, and we
Yes.
just watch the games till late, and it's just so much fun. Football is
Yeah,
fun.
that's like the Filipino football culture. We need more of that.
Yes, agreed. Agreed. And I'm sure later the game tonight is going to be super super exciting. I know Daniel said that he was going to be watching. If I can get access, I want to watch as well. Kayang-kaya yan 11:15. Hindi pa ako tulog at that time. I want to
Yes,
watch and
yeah,
enjoy.
for us kasi kailangan time difference.
I have some people
Yeah.
here. Hello Amanda, Ding
Yeah, are
731.
these your
Paul
friends?
Paul is a regular. He's very good in football. I can't wait to play against, with. We're usually on the same team. Almu, of course,
Yeah.
is watching. Hi, hello. Come to Sparta, play football,
Shout
get
out ba yun?
vaccinated. Shout out, shout out. Of course, Almu is supporting
Yeah.
Real Madrid, and tonight's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. So actually, in line with the game, like we actually have a giveaway
Yun
that
na
we should
lang.
promote to your followers. So actually, it's not just the ball, not just the ball. Like there's also the official Real
Ah,
Madrid jersey and the Atletico jersey. Pero ako, like, I'm the type kasi that I don't wanna take it out of the plastic. Like
I
I
like
wanna
that.
preserve it. So that's when
I
I
like that.
deliver it. It's like unopened. It's like clean. Like I'm not gonna touch it because COVID and everything also. So
Ayun naman pala eh.
yeah.
No,
Well, anyway, like I'm also very OC like that. So yun nga, parang when the people will join the giveaway, it's gonna run from tomorrow until next Sunday, like March 8 to 14, and then all you have to do is watch the game tonight at 11:15 p.m. on BN Sports, and like you'll answer the question, who's your player of the game. So we're gonna run the promo, and you'll just have to comment in Rappler social media pages.
yun. I will spread that definitely. And good luck to everyone that's going to be joining the contest. That ball, I've wanted that for years. B.
So
I've
yeah,
wanted that ball.
Amanda's going to join. So like Amanda, Daniel, so you're gonna be competing against them.
Don't choose Daniel. Don't choose Daniel. No, I'm just joking. It should be a fair system.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's why the more entries there are, the fairer it gets, right?
Yon. Yon. No, but
Yeah, so yeah,
whoever
go
whoever
ahead.
gets that is super lucky. I've wanted that for years. That soccer ball, football. I wanted that for years.
Almo, you heard that? Ang ganda na eh.
Almu.
Almo, you heard that?
I still play. I'm still a
Ganun
player.
eh.
I'm just waiting for the sevens to start back up, vaccines to be widespread, and football to get back on track. I miss it so much.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone does. Uh,
Yeah, and it's Women's Month too this month, so yeah, like I'm sure you'll be doing lots of stuff too for like the whole month of March.
well, it's really more of trying to get other women empowered, and I'm all for that. I really want women to feel self-love. I think it's very important for them to feel like they love themselves, they accept themselves, and just a lot of good happens to a woman when they really do care and love themselves entirely, wholeheartedly. I mean, with everything, flaws and perceived flaws and limiting beliefs, all of these things. I just, um, of course, as a woman, as to get insecure about even the smallest things. So at least for this month, we have to try and empower as many women as we can to feel beautiful inside and out. Next.
Yeah. All right. So thank so yun, like I think like that ends our Rappler Talk Sports pre-game live show. And it was so fun. Like I know that it was supposed to be for 15 minutes lang, pero ang saya.
I know time flies. Yeah, I'm so sorry for keeping everyone, but thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for hosting me, B. I'm so happy to see you after
I
so long.
know. It's been a year. It's been a year.
At least, B. At least.
Yun nga eh, I know. So yun, like I hope everyone enjoyed this pre-game live show. Like we really got to learn more about, not only about what we think about the Madrid Derby, but about Philippine football, which is more important for us because that's how we're gonna get the football culture here in the country. Woo!
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, sige. So everyone, I'll see you on like 11:15 p.m.
All
Okay,
right.
thank you so much, Amanda, for joining, and also for Daniel if he's still watching.
Nasa restaurant yun. Bye, Daniel, if you're watching.
Okay,
Bye, B. Bye,
yeah.
everyone.
Okay, bye everyone. Thank you so much.